Hello and welcome. I'm glad you've just decided to join me for a short break for your mind, your body, and your spirit. This morning we're going to be working on our hips. This is one place in our body that you'll probably be very aware of that stiffens up when you sit for long periods of time. You can feel it in your back. You can feel it in your hip joints and all those muscles that join our hips and our legs together. Some of the activities we'll be doing this morning require some balance. So you might want to stand close to a wall so that you can catch yourself if your balance isn't good today. The first thing we're going to do is just rock our hips back and forth, shifting your weight from one leg to the other as you gently become aware of how your hips are today. And while we're doing that, I invite you to think of something that brings wonder to you. For me, when I go and I see the snow piled up on tiny little branches, I just am full of wonder and awe at the whole scene. It's just beautiful. So something that makes you feel wonder or awe. And hold that in your mind as we continue releasing our hips. So put your weight on one leg and you've got your hips stuck out here now, my left hip. And then I'm going to bring both hips forward, standing tall still, and bring them over and put my weight on my right leg, and then stick my butt out the back and right, left leg forward, right, standing on the right leg and back, and then slowly just start to make circles. Now, if you're standing in a place where you can look in a mirror, you can look and see if you can keep your upper body still. So you stand really tall even though you're doing circles with your hips. Now we'll go in the other direction. Remembering our breath is that which brings our mind and our body and our spirit together. And we do better work. We're more focused, more productive when our body and our mind and our spirit are working together. And we shake it out. Now this is where you might want to have something to catch your balance if you fall off balance. We're going to raise our arms up over our head as we breathe in, and as we breathe out, you're going to draw your knee to your chest with an exhale. Breathe in, exhale, and bring your knee to your chest. And again, try to keep your standing erect. Don't bend your back like this to bring your knee in. Just stay up and bring your knee up as far as you can. Maybe it only go to your hip level today. It's okay. This is all about movement, and it's important not to put yourself in pain. And so if that works, whatever works is good. And maybe your back is quite stiff and you can only bend your knee a little bit. That's fine. One last time up and draw the knee in. Breathe in and draw the knee in. Good. And we shake it out. Now the last little exercise to release our hips today is to stand on one leg. So you might want to hold your balance against the wall if you need to, and raise your other leg up to hip height. So you're not hiking your hip up in the air. You're keeping your hips level, but you're raising your knee to hip level. And then we're just going to do circles. Nice circles, and then you can test yourself and see if you can do 7 or 8 or 9 circles going in one direction without touching the wall, and then go in the other direction. Nice circles, and that gets your hip joints moving. There. And there's no shame in if your balance is off today, it's off. Just help yourself. And then we shake it out. And then we'll go stand on the other leg. Raise your knee to hip height. Make sure your hips are even, and then draw circles with this hip. In one direction, go 6 or 7 times. Nice long, slow, deep breaths in and out. And then we change directions. These exercises and practices here are meant to be done without any special equipment or special clothing. It's just something you can do when you get up to take a study break. So you can combine this exercises, these ones that I've just given you today, with the ones I gave you yesterday with your shoulders. So in 1 hour you can do hips. The next hour you could do some shoulder stretches and rolls up and down, whatever you're inspired to do. And again, I encourage you to do this once an hour, especially if you're studying all day long. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you again tomorrow.